Hey everyone, I'm Mark from Travelshorts. This is my daughter Holly, and welcome to the 5th day of our China adventure here in Chengdu. Today we're going to be going on a minibus out of the city, heading towards the Qingcheng mountain. Hopefully it's going to be really enjoyable. I've been looking forward to this right since the very beginning. I saw the agenda of this holiday. After we finished in Qingcheng mountain, we're then going to go to, sorry, I'm going to have to read this, Dujiangyan Irrigation System, and that's where the blue tiers are. So we'll probably be there in the evening where the river water actually lights up blue. So I'm looking forward to that as well. We have already gone down for breakfast earlier this morning. We're now waiting for our group. We're going to head down to reception shortly, get that minibus, go towards Qingcheng mountain. And before we go down, it might be a good opportunity to promote my Instagram channel right at the very beginning of this video. These videos normally take me weeks or even months to edit and upload to YouTube. So if you want to see where we are, when we are, if you follow us on Instagram at Travelshorts, I post live story updates from wherever we are around the world. Promotion over. We have made it. Journey time to here was about an hour and a half. The railway station is just side of us by there, but we're going to be heading that way. I think that's the entrance to get to Qingcheng mountain. So we have got two options today. We can climb up the mountain just ourselves, or we can go up in the cable car. So we're going to be going up in the cable car today and mixing that with actually climbing. You may have noticed as this video started during the intro that it is sponsored by Pandaville. Pandaville have kindly invited us out to China to experience one of their group trips. They specialize in bespoke family adventures here in China. Really happy that they invited us. When you do travel with Pandaville, they cover everything like our transport from the UK, our accommodation, the activities like this Qingcheng mountain today, and also all the logistics once we arrive in China. I will tell you more about them near the end of the video, but if you want to have some more information about Pandaville, I will leave a link in the description down below, or you can scan the QR code on the screen here. But it looks like we're about to go up the mountain. And also here's another QR code which directly links to their WhatsApp account. So if you want to speak to Pandaville directly and ask them questions, maybe about this trip we're on or the other trips that they organise, just scan that QR code and send them a message. So this is interesting. Inside this mouth, we have got that stone in there. I don't know if you can see it properly. And that's actually carved in there whilst they were creating this statue. Looks like we're about to join the line to go on the sightseeing bus, which is going to take us part of the way up the mountain. So this sightseeing bus takes about 10 minutes to get to our destination. It basically just means we don't have to walk for 30 to 40 minutes before we begin our climb up the mountain. It looks like there's going to be a lot of people climbing the mountain today.
Legend has it actually the creator of the Heavenly Master School of Taoism actually created here.
Oh, right.
And then he lived here for a long time, preached through here, until then he built his monastery here. But it's a trade-off because we do want to get down the mountain still in time for our next job. Yeah. And also, if we take the pure footpath, it's like 3-hour climb one way. Yeah. That would be too much on our stamina anyways. We're traveling with the children here, so I'm thinking that So we come halfway through, we take the cable car to around the tip of the mountain and then walk a little bit more. We will see if we want to reach the peak because there are some very steep stairs leading to the peak at the very end of it. So we will see. We can play by ear. We will reach that. If we feel confident, we can push through. If we don't, we can stay there. Or maybe we can split up, and those confident we can charge through. Okay, because that's the number one mountain in the Sichuan province.
That's the entrance to the beginning of the mountain climb over there. There is a monastery by there as well, but there's also a monastery at the top of the mountain, and that's where we're going to be heading to now. And just like most tourist attractions here in China, you need to show your passport to get in. The tickets are linked to your passport number, so they just scan it before you get in. I've just been given a sweet or some candy from one of the stores. What is?
It's on the tummy work.
Oh, do you want to try it?
Oh.
No, Holly doesn't want to try it. I'll try it. Oh yeah, it's just like rice. In fact, it tastes a bit like sugar puffs when you don't put milk on them. Just 550 meters to go now to the cableway. Okay, we have just got a sausage on a stick and a lemon drink, but Holly doesn't like either of them. What's wrong with the sausage? Not very nice. Not bad. Too bad. And this is the queue for us to join the cableway. I think we've been in the line for this cable car about 20 minutes so far. I'm going to say maybe we're halfway through, but it has gone into single file, so it is continuously moving as well. So hopefully it shouldn't be that much longer, maybe like 20 minutes, like I say, if we are halfway through. But you can see, it's still all that to go yet. We have made it inside, not far to go now. Just that's the line. Maybe about another 10 minutes. We have made it to the top. cable car was going really quickly. Apparently, Vincent said it's a lot faster than it usually is, probably because of the amount of people here, and they need to get as many people up the mountain as soon as possible. So this is the monastery at the very top of the mountain. Well, not quite at the top of the mountain. There's still a little bit way to go yet. I think we might be stopping here for lunch, or at least get a snack and a drink. But I'm guessing you go through there to carry on going up the mountain. We're hoping these tasted like they did before, which is a strawberry milkshake ice lolly. Oh, good.
Tastes like low cost.
I think we've finished on the mountain now. There's a really large queue for the cable car to go back down the mountain. So we're going to walk. At least it's a lot easier walking down a mountain than walking up the mountain. We've been going downhill for quite a while. We're now starting to go uphill a little bit. Not much though. But we have come to this souvenir thing. We're going to get that there. And I'm going to pay with Alipay. And all I've got to do is go scan the QR code on the screen. There. And then hopefully this coin will come out. So last time we were in China, these are the only kind of souvenirs that I would get, because we don't really get souvenirs very much because they're so bulky and we travel a lot. But we did collect these coins, so hopefully that should now come out. There. So we've got our coin. Looks very nice, if you could see that. And it's cost 30 yuan, so about £3. And when you do come down to the bottom of the mountain, you can have a KFC if you want. As we've come down now, you saw I got my little souvenir, which is a little coin commemorating this mountain. Got a short walk back to the bus, and then we're going to head to our next location, which is an irrigation system in a town called Dujiangyan. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I will find the proper pronunciation for it very shortly. We've just come to the area where the queue was earlier. There's nobody here now to get on the cable car. It's totally clear. So if you are coming here, maybe come in late afternoon and you won't have to queue up to go on the cable car up to the top of the mountain. Going to hop on the shuttle bus again, which is going to take us back to the very main entrance where we started earlier today. I don't think there's anybody in front of us in a queue either. When we came earlier, it's obviously quite a big queue for these shuttle buses, but there isn't anymore, which is really good. So we've made it into the city or the town. I'm not sure what it is actually. And we are now going to visit the irrigation system that's been here for thousands of years. And it is going to be closing very, very shortly. So we're walking pretty briskly to get there.
Have you made it?
Yes, let's go. This is of course not the irrigation system yet, but the system was built in the Qing Dynasty, so around 200 BC. Is the dominant river here? Was very prone to flooding. Well, river is a good thing because you need that for irrigation, especially with growth of our population. So people try to find a way to tame the river, but of course they didn't have any dams. They didn't have cement to build a dam. So instead, they figured that they could put soil inside the river to create some kind of island, just in the middle of the river, and literally cut the river into two branches. Now, one side of the river canal can be used for flooding whenever the water comes, and the other side can be controlled in terms of the flow, so the water can then be used and planned for irrigation, because you need to steadily flow water for irrigation. They had quite a few engineering challenges. First, if you just put soil in the water, it's going to be just basically blown away because soil is soft. Another challenge is that the reason why the water was flooding here was because of the mountains, and they were blocking the water to go away. Now, this is how they solved the first problem. So they casted these kind of iron columns. They were literally called the sleeping iron, or the lying iron. And they put these iron blocks and sank them to the bottom of the river, into the riverbank, to hold the soil together.
Right.
And then they use these things, so bamboo cages, and put boulders in there. Well, this is a miniature. The real thing is like huge. It's like this tall already. And sunk them into the river so that they can have a solid foundation to put the soil on. That's the way they built the whole system in the first place. The Ming River started from Wados Mountains, flew through here, and because it was tamed like that, it could then be all the way conducted through to the Chengdu city center, and then irrigate all those agricultural land. That's why in Chengdu, in the city center, you saw a lot of canals. Actually, the water comes in from here. That is the opening. This is the loss. It's like that kind of shape.
So the river that you can see by here, that was actually dug out by hand over by there to make the area deeper to stop the area flooding. You see there's a floodplain all the way over there, and it only floods when they actually want it to flood. Because they controlled the depth of that, they dug it so deep, it will only flood when there's high rain. Most of the time, as you can see today, it's not flooded at all. That floodplain is all dry. And that building at the top of the hill over there is manned by a god who watches over the river to make sure the river behaves and it doesn't flood when it shouldn't flood. So we're crossing this quite rickety bridge at the moment. Everybody's doing some extra shakes to make it go everywhere. But behind me by here is a demonstration of what it actually looks like under the ground. So you can see we've got some rocks in some wrapped in bamboo, put on the ground and stuck down by those A-frame with those timber logs. And that's what's actually under the ground in this river section here. So underneath where we are, underneath the ground in that river, the floodplain, is that. They then put dirt, rocks, etc. on top of that to create this floodplain, to raising it up from the natural level of the river. So this bit only floods certain times of the year and when they actually want it to flood. So all under the ground in this floodplain here. I'll get a better shot now to show you. So you can see all the way along there, these boulders wrapped up in bamboo, and they're stuck into the ground by these A-framed logs going all the way along. So we're going to head over that rope bridge again. Hopefully we're not going to fall over because it is shaking from side to side a bit. And then we're going to go for our dinner. We finished our dinner. We're now walking through the streets here in the town, and we're about to go back over that bridge we went on earlier to see something called the Blue Tears, which is all the river water changes colour through light to actually blue. Meant to look really nice from all the photos that I've seen of it. We've just come down past the bridge for a little bit and you get an amazing view of the bridge, the blue-green water. This is called the Blue Tears. We're going to head back towards the bus now, meet up with our group and head back to the hotel. But it's been a really nice evening here in this town that I can't pronounce, Dujiangyan. I put the name here actually, but my pronunciation is terrible. There's a little act going on behind us here. Earlier on over there was a lady singing and we were told she was one of the survivors from the 2008 earthquake that killed thousands of people here in China. Right, we're just coming back to meet up with a group now. We're back at the hotel. That journey took about an hour and a half. And once again, I would like to thank Pandaville for sponsoring this video and inviting us out here for this trip to Chengdu. Like I said at the beginning of this video, they specialize in bespoke family group travels to China. They arrange everything for you, the flights, the accommodation, the activities, the transport. Absolutely everything, they sort it out for you, and we are really happy with the service we have been receiving here in Chengdu. If you do want to get in contact with Pandaville, You can scan the QR code on the screen here. That will take you to their website, and there'll also be a link in the description down below. There's also another QR code here for their WhatsApp. So if you scan that, you'll go directly to WhatsApp and send them a message if you have any questions about any of their tours or anything that they do. And all you lucky people who are watching this video, they are offering a discount on their trips. Full information about that will be in the description down below, so take a read down there and I'll tell you all about the discount that they're offering you guys if you use the promotional code Travelshorts. But we are both very tired now, which means we are going to be ending this video here. So if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. It's really appreciated. If you're new here, my name is Mark, along with my daughter Holly. We make travel and theme park videos from around the world. And if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please think about liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell button. See you in the next one. Bye. Next time on Travelshorts China Adventure.